that's not ideal. Big ass slip up against the wall of the shed. Still falling down to it, fell down a bit last night and even more today. Yay. The level of commitment is insane, it's pissing down. I would not be here. It's a weapon. Oh, bit of a weird rattle. Bit of a weird rattle. Oh, yeah. Fuck, you're keen riding this shit. Yuck, bro. Yuck. So I finally bought Wade the right sandpaper. I keep buying wet and dry, and there's just all that have been here, and it clogs up real quick when you're trying to do this sort of sanding. So I went and bought some decent quality dry sandpaper, and results seem to speak for themselves. Not clogging up, little dents and stuff vanishing a lot quicker. But not far away from chucking some more primer on just for the high spots and low spots that came out. I'm going to go into town and buy some more, or buy some strainers for the paint, because it keeps blocking the gun and shit, which is fucking annoying as. Put a coat of varnish on it because it was just soaking up all the resin that I put into it, but the LEDs are in a resin sealed bit. Yeah, not quite the way I wanted, but yeah, when all that seals up, I might put another coat on, and I'll block this little bit here out, and then put all the glass bits back in, and then inject some more sort of resin, as polyester resin, that same stuff for fiberglass. I don't know if it's ideal, but did my bench with it at the old place and it worked. Progress. Solid. Decided to pull the door off to do the jams a bit nicer, just because of the lack of space and whatnot. Car's been primed for the second time after having all the bog and all the little dents done, but there are a couple of little spots that there's rust that you wouldn't have seen, like just around the bolt holes for the hinges, and a little spot underneath there. Just grinding it back, clean it all up, and then the door can get sprayed with everything else, so it looks all nice when you open the door, and it's yellow too with the rest of the car. All those little spots will end up with a bit of like cavity wax in the bottom, cavity wax in there, cavity wax behind all the welds and shit, and the cavity wax. Yeah, this is a cavity wax rust inhibiting oil, so spray that in places that you can't get to. What Wade was just saying, you can get like that red gun up there, you can shove a hose on the end of it, put the cavity wax in there, and you put a bunch of holes in the hose and block the end off, and then you can shove it down like rails, like hard to reach places, and it'll spray everywhere.
High pressure.
Yeah, good way to get at it. And the speakers seem better days. Nice. So yeah, the car got primed the first time, which I think was in the last video, and then all obvious dents were like fixed before that, and then skim a bog over top, and then yeah, the new primer went on, and there was a guide coat, and then it was sanded back, and you can see the little black spots where there are other dents, and even just with the slight shininess of sanding it, you can see more dents. So we went through, fixed all the other little dents, and then another primer over it. And then, but yeah, we're just going to do all the jams and shit. This should have probably been done first, but that's more just me being indecisive, so that is what it is. Far from a professional at this. But yeah, so it's all masked up at the moment from the primer. That'll have to come off because it's got like dusty peeling shit. You see when I was blowing the car down with the air and wiping it down, it started flaking off. Don't want any of that getting in the paint, so have to remask the whole car, but we won't do that until this stuff here has been all sanded. And probably spray the primer on here first actually, yeah, and then yeah, it's all good though. Is what it is. But yeah, I mean, we was just saying you'd usually use prep cell with the scotch here, so you sort of clean it and scuff it at the same time, but I don't have any prep cell, so glass cleaner it is. So glass cleaner is pretty good. It's definitely a wax and grease remover of its own calibre. But yeah, it's going to be so nice seeing that all painted with the rest of the car and the jams all painted, and when you open the bonnet painted. I want the engine bay done, but pulling the engine out's another mission. Get the car painted first and we'll look at the engine bay another day. Unless I just sell it first, but we shall see. Yeah, I got another sunroof out of another car in town. Going at a bit of a sand, but it needs more sanding. But it had just rust bubbles on the edge, but it wasn't rusted right through like the one I had. So clean that up and hit it with a bit of rust converter. Same down there, same there. All the edges are pretty good, but yeah, all sand. And I just hit all of it, any bit that was rusty with wire wheel, and then rust converter bit on the hole. It's pretty good. The seal on it was alright, and apparently it didn't leak. So it's actually came from the guy who owned the Prelude before the guy that I got it off, interestingly. So quite pleased to have found another sunroof. I wanted to get a glass one out of a 5th generation, but no one got back to me on that one. I put ads up on Marketplace and I messaged a bunch of people on Trade Me, no go. So glad to have got that one locally in town. Cheap too, it was only $50, so stoked with that. And can't really see anything, but the rear bumper had a bit of a crack in it, so I fiberglassed corner up over there and the corner down there, and plastic welded it before I fiberglassed it, so that'll be in a state to be prepped for primer tomorrow. Just give it a good sand tomorrow. Scuffing, and more scuffing. That's not too bad really. Keep those little stickers all nice and stuff.
Even the Chinese, even the Japanese one, eh? Keep that too.
Yeah, no, I like all those little weird stickers. Other people seem to like them too when they buy them. Don't like them being painted over.
I need to
Strapping gutted in here. Weird, a little dent there. Need to tidy that up. Yeah, some places are pretty pedantic, others not so much. See, there's like a big sort of chunk missing, just there, a bit of fiberglass in there, plastic welded in under the fiberglass. Same over here. It's a little bit drier than I would have liked, but still pretty solid. It'll hold well enough. And just another little bit just there that I've still got to do. I'm on the fence about painting these things' faces white and chucking them on it, or whether I should just keep the rims that are on it at the moment, but, whether I should just leave these black, but I look pretty sick with white faces. I like messing around yesterday, so just mixing up paints, the different colours. Got a bit of a yellow going on here, with some metallic in it, but you can't really see it on the phone, I don't think. But I think it'll end up a little bit darker yellow than that, but I don't know, looks quite dark on camera. It's like pretty creamy, but I guess that's against that white. Yeah. Maybe something similar to that, probably a little bit more intense yellow. I tried to strain the high build primer with these coffee filters, but think it was a bit too chunky for them. Wasn't the most pleasant experience. Sprayed well afterwards, but took too long. So we're going to try, oh, where's that cloth, bro? I'm going to try this cloth here, which has got a decent sort of hole through it. Oh, you can't really see it that well. Yeah, there you go. So hopefully it strains a bit better through that. See, there it goes. Just been masking out the door. Getting the door ready to be primed. Still got a mask up under that side, but just trying to flip it over without damaging it so you get way down me. And we got all masked up along there, getting ready to spray the door jambs, which I'm quite pleased about. It's going to be nice opening the doors and seeing the yellow in there. Shame I can't do the engine bay as thoroughly as I want to, but yeah, it's going to look sick. Sick.
431. 321. $20 to $30ish. 0. You for a bit too, like get the reaction happening. If it is cool, you haven't got one.
Oh, as it starts the hardening process.
Yeah, right, so
really.
you can spray it. Full trigger it without fucking. First take light in.
Bonnet.
Lighter than the thing.
Just cat coat. I don't know.
Sits on the surface.
Yeah.
Thing I need more, but I'm actually going to be careful.
I can see it's going a bit darker.
It's white, bro. Like, how could I even get it? And then next minute it starts happening.
That's happening.
Heavier though.
Yeah.
Got that. But it's tacky.
Oh, yeah, it's got that. Look at that.
Lower movements now, but heavy as fuck like that. Look at that. You use your spray gun, it'll flow out for ages, bro.
Looks mean already.